when the laws in this country get as diluted as they are, and certain things are allowed to happen, certain people are allowed into positions of authority, certain individuals are allowed into this country en masse, eventually you get a situation where things get out of control. Varying factions come out onto the streets and literally all hell breaks loose. It's an inevitability, of course, and we're seeing this play out all over this country, England primarily, in the context of this. Well, up in Manchester, there was a big remigration march that started off. And I want to bring you a little bit of footage to do with that, just to demonstrate, the strength of feeling in that local community and what's going on. Now, if we bring up this first tweet here, this is from Britain is Broken, and breaking: the march for remigration has begun. Thousands and thousands of patriots are marching through Manchester right now. Chants of Keir Starmer's a wanker can be heard from the crowd. Well done once again to all in attendance, and tagged UK Sploosh into that. That's obviously who's provided the footage, and obviously credit to UK Sploosh. But let's have a quick butchers at this. You can see the sheer strength of feeling out there. All of those people, all of those flags. You've got a mixture of Union flags and England flags as well. And it's an inevitability that there will be a clash. Whenever you get a demo of some description, you always get an opposing demo coming straight at it. Well, this next tweet gives you a little bit of a bit of a view as to what went on. And if we have a look here, we can see quite clearly an overhead view. An immigrant tries to attack British patriots in Manchester and quickly finds out it was a bad idea. So let's have a quick look at this. And this is God Save Great Britain. Credit to them for this. Now, let me arrange this around a little bit. Let me give this a play. Now you can see the fella was there giving it large, and he got piled on by the old Bill, members of the public, and ultimately cuffed and carted off. So it didn't end well, and that looked like just one agitator out of a large crowd, and that's made the news pretty much all over the place. The other thing as well, there's a little bit more footage here. That's just over on this one, and mate, it's a little bit bigger so you can see it. We've got watch immigrants clash with patriots at remigration march in Manchester. Immigrants targeting the march, antagonizing people and trying to pull flags away. They backed off fast once the crowd surged and police moved in. The police response looked one-sided, with officers scrambling to shield the immigrants while patriots were left frustrated. So you know, this again is happening all over the place, isn't it? But let's have a look at this.
Yeah. Being held at the moment. It's going off over here.
Get back! Get back!
Oh, he's got a bat. Oh, he's got a bat drawn out. He's just pulled the flag. He's just grabbed hold of that flag, ripped it off. He just ripped hold of that flag. Horses coming across. They're going to grab him. 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 Oh, he's having a swingers with him. He's got a helmet on, this lad. He ain't getting nowhere, mate. How's he not been nicked? How's he not been nicked yet? How's he not been nicked yet? That's what you ask, haven't you? All these police. How's he not been nicked yet?
What are fucking cameras on? Let's do it.
So you can see it there. It's all kicking off, and this guy is calling into question the actions or reactions of the old bill, and you could see a great deal of the actual procession was getting pushed back, hemmed in, right up the back end of the picture. And like I said at the beginning of this video, you get a situation in this country where everything's just out of control, has been allowed to get out of control, and you get opposing sides clashing with each other. Now, the last thing I want to show you is an interview that young Bob did with a local politician from the National Housing Party, where they discussed a little bit about, you know, the situation with Rupert Lowe, reform, and what their policy actually is as well when it comes to all of this going on. So the tweet, the actual tweet reads, I interviewed the leader of the National Housing Party about Restore Britain. He expressed support for Rupert Lowe and clarified that it's not party policy to pursue the remigration of legal migrants. Legal migrants. So let's have a take at this, shall we, and see what young Bob got out of this guy.
Leader of the National Housing Party.
Yeah.
Of course, what's been in the news is Restore Britain. You're a leader of a right-wing political party.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on Rupert Lowe?
I like Rupert, but what I don't like is how he's been treated by Reform. And I've always gone on about them things. Reform, cancel culture, if you're standing for them, they vet you and stuff like that. And if you said such a wrong thing online, they don't want you to stand as a candidate. And I hate that. I hate that's as bad as what the left do. And the way they treated Rupert when he left and got the armed police on him, it's not acceptable. And I'm all for, if he wants to make his political party and do well, I'm all for it, me. And if I didn't have my own party, I would be tempted to go to that side to Restore, I would be.
And of course, you're more locally focused.
Yeah.
If there was an election in which Restore and yourself were joining, and there's more likely for Restore to win, would you stand down candidates? Or
No, because I've ran. This election is my 5th election in the same area. Reform have parachuted someone in. The other week he said to me, "Oh, Johnny, you're running." I went, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, you're going to split the vote." And I went, "Fuck off, mate. I've been done. This is my 5th election. I'm not moving the side for anyone."
Local man first.
Yeah. And so I'm not moving aside for Reform, Restore, Advance. Nobody am I moving aside for. Because I've been in that area, run 5 elections in that area, so I should be the one that people should be voting for.
And just finally, this is the Britain First rally on remigration. What is the party's position on remigration?
Well, we don't want to remigrate any British citizens if you got citizenship. That's not in our policy. But any illegals, asylum seekers, anyone who's on extended leave, we want them all gone.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries, Bob. Thank you very much.
If you listen to what he said right at the end there, if you're a British citizen, then effectively you're safe. You've disqualified an awful lot of people from removal with that very statement. This goes to the thing again about the British Nationality Act, where they just hand out passports like candy. It really is a disgrace. he's along the right lines, but what's causing all these clashes is very simple. It's the rhetoric that's coming out of people that want to change things. What you've got to understand, and I look at it like this: if we welcome you into this country and you betray that trust, then you will leave this country. And if a member of your family or members of your family or friends for that matter had knowledge or you know, some kind of understanding of what you were up to and did nothing, then they leave too. It's really that very simple. And if that's people that have been here for a long time, so be it. But you know, if you come, you integrate, you get on, you contribute, you live a peaceful life, do all the right things you're supposed to do, ain't got a problem. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share my stuff. I'll talk to you soon. Toodaloo.